Greetings and welcome, finally, to Morrowind Modding Madness. Over the course of the next 4 weeks, 4 modding teams will compete to build 4 mods in 4 different categories, trying to finish each mod before the timer runs out. 11 modders have signed up for this intensive competition, but only one team can take home the ultimate prize as the modding champions of 2016. Over the next 4 weeks, these modders must give themselves to Lord Sheogorath or face falling behind in this most ultimate of contests. For the remainder of this competition, you have no friends, no family, no co-workers, only the will and ability to mod. Rumors will spread of your sudden disappearance into the realm of madness, the only trace left behind being a trail of cheese wheels and, the mad writings of wabberjacks and doors becoming boars. And with that introduction, let's get this competition underway. And to start things out, we're here at the Tower of Madness, built especially for this competition, and as a tribute to our patron, Lord Sheogorath. The main tower houses our random mod category generation platform. At the push of a button, a visual demo of one of 8 random mod categories will appear on the platform as that week's modding challenge. The categories could include any of the following: gameplay mods, dungeon mods, house mods, quest mods, NPC mods, immersion mods, items mods, and replacer mods. Once the category is revealed, each team will only have about a week to build a mod that fits that theme. But, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, there's one other thing I need to show you guys here, before we, push our little magic button to kick things off. Down below, at the foot of the Tower of Madness, you'll see 4 smaller towers, each different and unique, and these towers represent the 4 modding teams that have registered for the competition. As these teams gain in score and points, their towers will rise slowly into the sky, becoming more unique and detailed as they do. And the team with the tallest tower at the end of the month will of course be the winners of the competition. This just adds a nice little, special visual flair to the proceedings. And you also notice our little, Morrowind's Marathon village there in the background. That was, from way back in May, and I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but I do have a habit of building elaborate stage pieces for these competitions. Anyway, with all that said, why don't we just go ahead and introduce the teams? First off, we have Team Green Cow, represented here by the Telvanni Tower with an airship flying around it. Team Green Cow is composed of 3 members: the mad and absurdly creative AutoClock, who has released a number of, well, let's just say unique resources and modding ideas, including the Telvanni airship that you see here. And then there's EnclaveKiller, a quest and dungeon modder who competed in our last modding competition with his, fairly popular entry, The Mysterious Hunter, a 2-sided dungeon and quest mod. And rounding out the team, we have SV Engineer 99, a gameplay and script modder responsible for Sky Diversity, probably one of the most complicated and impressive graphics mods I've seen in a while, as well as a number of other great gameplay mods, and you can check out Sky Diversity in our latest showcase episode. Next up, we have Team Flying Guars, represented by a Dwemer-themed tower with a few giant Guars just standing guard. And this team is composed of 2 members: the TheDrunkenMudcrab, a house companion and quest modder, best known for his Telvanni-themed Teldranori house mod, and the popular East Empire Company expanded quest mod, a massive faction quest line that spanned dozens of quests, I believe. And also MementoMoritius. He's released a couple of items mods, but he's probably best known for his Morrowind music cover of Nerevar Rising, and I've included a link to that down in the description below. And over here we have Team Cutie Kagouti, represented by a tower covered in luminescent flora and of course, Kagoutis. This team has 3 members, including Digmen, aka the author of the luminescent flora modder's resource, as well as the Juicy Brains resource and a few other mods. Then there's R0, a resource and immersion modder, probably best known for their immersion mods Nocturnal Moths, Cave Drips, and Flies, but they've also made new creature mods and several small graphical replaces as well. And then there's recently signed up Povuholo, and I do apologise if I mispronounced that, an Oblivion quest modder responsible for a number of pretty major quest mods for Oblivion, including Pregnur's Death Quest and the Quest to the Elements. And finally, wrapping things up, is Team Wretched Netch, represented by this tower here, which of course has a giant Netch flying over it and an open bar on the roof. And this team has 3 members, including Greatness7, a script and gameplay modder, whose work includes a recently showcased and extremely convenient MWSC containers mod. Also there's Matthew the Bagel, a former Mod Town modder, who's since gotten into making quest, house, and dungeon mods with Apothecary's Demise, one of the winners of the Morrowind 2016 Modathon, and Bagel's Luxurious Manor. And finally, we have Untitled Tribes, a dungeon and town modder whose most recent release was the Necrotic Sanctuary, a dungeon mod just released this past week. But their most impressive work by far is Questos, a brilliant and amazing looking unique town mod, and again I've included a link to Untitled Tribes' YouTube channel in the description, because you should, definitely check that project out. It's really impressive looking. And now that we've introduced all the teams and their members, it's time to unveil this week's Morrowind Modding Madness Challenge. So let's head up onto our little, platform here and press the button to see what category this week is. And it's a house mod. That's a bit unexpected, but we'll just go with it. Each team has 1 week to make and release a house mod. You have until the end of the day on December 9th to build up your house mods and release them either on Morrowind Nexus or Great House Ligety. This is probably one of the easiest categories, so you guys really lucked out getting it the first week. But we'll see just how many teams actually make it through and survive this first challenge. And don't forget to include a line at the top of your mod release, saying your mod is a part of the Morrowind Modding Madness, and what team you're representing. Anyway, the Tower of Madness has spoken. Tributes, prepare your mods, and in 1 week, we'll be back for a quick review of the results and a new challenge to regale and confound you. Best of luck to all the teams, and may the best modders and the best Sheogorath-inspired vision of madness come ahead and win.